Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is see how the index and match functions work on their own. And we're going to start with match because that's the best one to start with. And I'll show you why shortly. Okay, so to get started, we'll just come over to this cell here and type in equals match and open brackets. And as you can see, the first thing that the function wants is a lookup value. And the value that we're going to look up is the employee number. So if I just click on that cell, that's our lookup value. And then we need to press comma. And the next thing we need is the lookup array, which is going to be the cells that actually contain all of the employee numbers. So that's over here in this column. Okay, so we just need another comma. And then the last thing we need is what's called the match type. And as you can see, there's three choices there. There's less than, exact match, or greater than. Okay, so I'm going to type in 0 here for exact match. And then I'm going to close the brackets and press enter. And as you can see, we've returned the value 8. And that's because employee number 1016 is the 8th value in the array. So if I click back into the function and then I click into the formula bar to bring up the array again. So there's the array, and 1016 is the 8th value down from the top of that array. I'll just escape out of there and then we'll just type in 1002 over here. And now you can see that it's returned the value 1. And that's because 1002 is the first value in that array. And for one more example, if I just type in 1004, and as I'm sure you've figured out, it's returned the value 2, and that's because 1004 is the second value in the array. Okay, so that's how match works on its own. Now let's have a look at how index works. So we'll click into this cell over here, and we'll type equals index and open the brackets. Now this time the first thing it wants us to do is to select the array, and because we're trying to find an employee's name, the array is going to be all the cells that contain the names of the employees, which is over here like this. And then we need to press comma, and then the next thing it wants is the row number. Now the match function that we just created returned the number 2, so let's just hard code the number 2 in here. And then we'll close the brackets and press enter. So now it's returning the value Jane Smith because Jane Smith is in the second row of our array. So if I just click into the function here, you can see that Jane Smith is the second value down from the top. Okay, so that's how the index function works. But as I'm sure you've figured out, it's pretty inflexible just hard coding the number 2 in there. So instead, we want to get that number 2 from somewhere that's more dynamic. And the place to get that from is the match function. So instead of having the 2 in there, we'll just delete that. We'll put in the reference to the cell M4, which is where we've got the result of our match function, and press enter. And once again, we get Jane Smith as the answer because Jane Smith is the name that's in the second row in the array. Okay, now that we've made it a bit more dynamic, let's have a look at what happens if we actually change the employee number. So let's change it to 1006. Okay, so what happened there? We can see that the match function has now returned the value 3, and that's because 1006 is the third value from the top of the array. And because the index function is now using the match function, it has now returned the third value from the top of the indexes array. Okay, so now you can see how the match function works on its own, and you can also see how the index function works on its own, and also how the index function can use the match function for its row number. So the last thing we need to do is just put them together in the same formula, and we'll do that over here in this cell. So we'll just type equals index and open the brackets. So we need the index array first, which is going to be the names, comma. Then we need the row number, and for the row number we know we're actually going to use a match function, So let's type in match and open the brackets. The lookup value we know is going to be the employee number, which is over here, comma, and the array for the match function is going to be here, comma, and we're going to use exact match. So that's a 0. And then we just need to close the brackets twice, press enter, and there we go. Okay, so now let's just change the employee number again. So we changed it to 1016 and we get Sally Sharp. And we can see that that changed both where we did the index and match functions separately and also where we did them together. So I'll just click on here and click in the formula bar again, just so we can see all the cells that our index match combination is referencing. Okay, so that's how you can do it vertically using columns. Now let's have a look at an example of how to do it horizontally using rows. So I'll click on the index match combination there and into the formula bar. And for this one, we've looked up the month March and we've returned the corresponding value in the row below it, which if I escape out of here, we can see is 71,000. Okay, so let's do that over here. We'll do our match function first. So that's equals match within open brackets. The lookup value is going to be over here, the month, comma. The lookup array is going to be along here, comma, and the exact match is a 0. Close the brackets and then press enter. Okay, so that's saying that March is the third value along in the array. Now we'll do our index function. So it's equals index, open brackets. The array is along here, comma, and I'll just type in the number 3 and then close the brackets and press enter. And we get 71,000. And once again, we'll come up here, take out the 3, and then we'll reference the match cell instead at M8 and press enter. So we've got 71,000 there as our result. And I'll just come over here and I'll type in Jan. And we can see now it's matched Jan to the first result in the match array. And then the index has used that to look up the first result in the index array. And then over here, we've got our index match combination. Okay, and the last thing we're going to do is have a look at how you can actually use index match to look up both vertically and horizontally. So as you can see here, we've looked up the name Simon Blake and the month February to return the sales amount of $73,000. And if I click in here and then click into the formula bar, you can see there that we're referencing both a column and a row. And then our index is actually this whole area here. Okay, and this is one of the things that makes the index match combination so powerful. You're not restricted to just looking up horizontally or vertically. You can look up both at the same time. Okay, we'll just escape out of there and we'll start with our first match function. Okay, and we're going to look up the name in these cells and it's going to be an exact match. Okay, so that's gone down to result number 5, which is where Simon Blake's name is. Okay, let's do our second match function now. So we want to match the month over here in this array. Once again, it's an exact match. Okay, now that's saying that February is the second result in that array, which is correct. And then we'll do the index. Okay, so the array this time is all these numbers in here, comma. So it's row number first, which is 5. Column number second, which is 2, close the bracket and enter. And once again, we'll go in and we'll replace those hard-coded values. So we'll get rid of the 5 and replace it with that. And then we'll get rid of the 2 and replace it with that. Okay, so that's more dynamic now. So we'll come over here and I'll put in a different name. And I'll put in a different month. Okay, so now we're looking up Alan Jones in the month of March. and we're getting a result of $71,000, which is correct. So if I just click on here, we'll have a look at our combination, and there you can see that we've got index, match, and match again. So the first match there is for the name, and the second match is for the month. Okay, now that you know how to use index match vertically, horizontally, and both at the same time, I'll just show you how to make life a little easier on yourself by not having to type in things like the names and the months. And you can do that with data validation. So over here, instead of having the name Alan Jones hard-coded in where we've got to type it, we'll just delete that. And then we'll go to the Data tab, and then Data Validation, and Data Validation again. Okay, now what we want to do is create a list, and we want the source to be the names over here, just like that. And if we click on OK, we now have a little drop down, and we can just go ahead and just choose the name Alan Jones like that. And then we can choose whatever name we want like this. So that saves us typing in the names. And we can do the same thing over here. So I'll just delete that. And then we'll go into data validation. And we'll create a list again of the month names right there. Okay, so now we can just choose one of the month names like this. Okay, so that makes it a little easier than having to type the names and months in all the time. Okay, so the final thing I wanted to show you is just a couple of quick ways that index match is better than VLOOKUP. Now we've already seen the first reason, and that is because you can look up horizontally and vertically at the same time, like that. Another reason is that if you actually insert a column, it doesn't break the functions, and all of those results stayed exactly the same. So if I just undo, you can see there that the result down here of $55,000 stayed exactly the same if we inserted a column. And it's the same thing if you insert rows. So if we come down here and we insert a row here, for example, it doesn't actually break our functions and the results stay the same. But if we did this sort of thing with VLOOKUPs and HLOOKUPs, it would actually break and you'd get an error message instead of your results. Okay, so that's just a couple of ways that index match is better than VLOOKUP. And now you know everything about how to use index match. You know how to add some data validation to make your life easier, and you know why you should be using this combination of functions instead of VLOOKUP.